Good evening, everyone. This is Mark Abrams along with world ranked super bantamweight, 122 pounder, all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, Raeese Aleem. What's up, Raeese?
Hey, what's up?
How's everything going out in Las Vegas?
Everything's going good. I just can't wait to get back into my regular routine. But things are going pretty good.
I actually was looking at the weather out there. It's like 95, 98, it's supposed to be 100 degrees this weekend.
Yeah, it's the heat is turning up quick out here, so the 90s, hundreds, all that, like early. It's not supposed to hit that for like another few weeks, but it's gonna be a crazy summer.
You've been out in Las Vegas for a while, and since everything mid March with the shutdown and everything, Las Vegas, I'm sure you're used to. Just a great scene out there, a lot of action. It's kind of, been pretty dead out there, I would imagine, with none of the hotels, none of the casinos, none of what we know and love Las Vegas to be isn't going on.
Yeah. Vegas is definitely crazy right now. If you're used to driving in Vegas traffic,
He just froze.
practically empty, and just it's real different. But yeah, it's just COVID-19. What can you do? Everybody's just trying to stay safe.
What have you been doing? How has life changed for you in terms of not only personally but your boxing career and everything? How has it affected you?
Well, I think it's affected me big time. I feel like I had like a lot of momentum coming off of a huge fight. I came off a TV debut on Showtime, and I had a bunch of momentum going. I was looking to make a huge statement all year. So now I just have to find a new routine. The boxing gyms have kind of closed down and this and that. So me and my trainer, we still been doing our thing, hitting the mitts and trying to hit the bag and work on technique. I feel like now is the time to work on all the little things you don't usually have time to do. So I'm just trying to find a new routine that I like until I can go back to the old one.
You said the gyms are closed. Where have you been? Where have you been able to ply your trade?
Well, I usually kind of bounce around to different gyms to try to get different work. But me and my trainer, we kind of have a setup like in his garage and everything. He has a bag with the mitts and stuff like that. So right now, that's kind of been our setup. But another trainer, we're probably going to start going to their gym maybe sometime next week and do some different things. That'll be our first time going there.
One of the questions I've been asking a lot of the fighters I've been talking to, it seems like when when stuff picks back up, there's gonna be a lot of people, wanting to get on these slots that are gonna be there, and it's probably gonna come quickly. Are you you feel you'll be in the type of shape that if they say 3 weeks there's gonna be a fight, you'll be ready for that?
Yeah, 100%. That's something that crossed my mind. With everything that's going on, there's gonna be fighters, real fighters that are ready to go. And there's going to be, fighters that are, oh, well, I need another month. I need another 2 months. So if you're waiting for like an opportunity, what I'm saying? Like now is the time to be ready because that opportunity can be knocking at any moment, So yeah, that I'm preparing myself. I'm gearing myself up to be in that position, to be ready, for an unexpected fight.
Your world rank now. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you just appeared on Showbox, and tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a guy who you've kind of been sneaking under the radar, and you were signed by Kings Promotions. And I think ever since you signed with Kings, you've really put on some terrific performances.
Oh yeah, for sure. A big shout out to Marshall Kaufman for giving me the opportunity. So for believing in me. I've done it all by myself. Just kid from Michigan, small town in Michigan. Moved out to Vegas, no family, no friends. I just truly believed in myself, and this is the path that I chose. So I just chose to continue to ride it. And again, big shout out to Marshall giving me the opportunity, and ever since then I've done nothing but capitalize.
I
You know,
think
I've worked hard and everything.
I think you signed with Kings when you were about 8 or 9 and 0. What's been the difference? What's been the difference from you? I mean, I've seen every one of your fights with Kings, and it seems like every fight you've kind of turned it up a little bit more with each outing.
Right, right. I feel like just the experience. Like this is the first time in my career to where I've actually fought on a consistent basis. You know, and that's not because of injuries or me not being ready. That's because other fighters not willing to step up and take the challenge. You know, whether they're undefeated or what. You know, so it's just been hard. Just trying to stay busy. Just trying to get better. I feel like every fight I'm getting better and better. Like, you know, my performance shows that. I'm sitting on my punches more. I'm thinking more, and I think moving to Vegas has a lot to do with that.
What was
What's that?
I was gonna say, what was the feedback you got after the big win on Showbox? What kind of feedback did you go back and watch the fight? Kind of break it down, critique yourself.
I actually wasn't able to watch I've only seen the fight twice. I didn't watch it until like a week afterwards.
Did you go back and critique yourself and see what you did right, see what you did wrong? What did you take out of that performance?
Yeah, I definitely critique myself. I feel like I'm my biggest critic. I seen some mistakes, some easy mistakes that are like easy fixable. You know, then I seen a few harder mistakes that I can try to control.
Now that you're ranked in the WBA, do you look at the rankings and see who's around you and see potential opponents, and what do you make of that?
Yeah, I've looked at it, and I'm mad I'm not number one right now. You know, I definitely want to fight with Fulton. I want Stephen Fulton big time. You know, I fight in Philly a lot. He's a Philly native. I'll fight him in his backyard and give him his first loss. You know.
You mentioned Philadelphia and Stephen Fulton and everything. Obviously, Philadelphia is known as one of the great fight towns out there. You're a guy originally from Michigan, now in Vegas. What's it like to fight in a place like Philly that's known for, its fighting going back a long time?
Oh, it's great. You know, like the city of brotherly love. Philly's a fighting city. You know, so you have like real boxing fans who understand boxing, not just you're getting in there throwing punches. You know, it's more to boxing than just that. You know, so you just get the average Philly fans that understand boxing, and then it's a beautiful thing. So after one of my fights, this might have been a year ago. Just a random fan, wanted an autograph, signed an autograph, and then he was just telling me some things that he liked that I did and stuff like that, and you could tell he knew what he was talking about, so it was pretty cool. But he was just an average fan.
I know you fought there several times and been in Philly several times. Have you gotten a cheesesteak yet?
Yeah, had to do that. Yeah, I actually did that when I beat Bates. Yep.
And now he's ranked again. He's ranked in the top 15 again. I mean, you never know. If you guys both keep winning, you guys get the 1 and 2. Maybe we see a rematch in an eliminator or something like that, possibly down the road.
I seen that, and I actually seen he was ranked higher than me, and I was like, how? Like, it was crazy. But I don't care who I fight as long as as long as it makes business sense. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a payday, whether it's a ranking, whether it's a belt. I'm just trying to climb. So if I gotta fight you to climb, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna knock you out. I don't care. But that's gotta happen.
The last bunch of fights you mentioned knockout. You scored several stoppages in your last handful of fights. You feel like you're becoming more of a power puncher, more of a knockout, a stoppage kind of fighter than you were maybe earlier in your career?
Honestly, I do, and I feel like it's because I'm growing more as a fighter. I'm fighting more on a consistent basis, so I'm able to adjust a little bit more. But for sure, like that's something my trainer and I have been working on, turning our punches over, putting our body into the punches more, and also the punch selection. But I'm definitely growing as a fighter. I am hitting harder. I can just see it in their faces, so it's they're telling me everything I need to know.
In a perfect world, when do you want to get back in the ring?
Perfect world. I'd say July, but realistically, I'm probably looking at like August. Anytime after August, I'll be like, damn, I'll be surprised if I don't fight by August. I would be happy to fight twice this year. I feel like half the year is shot, so you really have to capitalize on the second half.
I know you probably have a lot of friends who are fighters, gym mates, whatever. I mean, have you been keeping in touch with them and see what they're up to and whatnot, and just I guess trying to, I guess I don't want to say misery loves company, but obviously you guys are all a little disappointed that you're not fighting. You've been getting the stories, kind of talking about what you need to do with your gym mates or some of your other fighter friends out there.
Um, yeah, I got fighter friends out here. It's just kind of everybody's going through their own thing. Whether maybe somebody's depressed, maybe they had a big payday coming, or a big fight or something like that, and that got canceled. So they're kind of in the mood. And then you got the other fighters that are still grinding, getting ready. I did link up with one of my friends, and we did some drills and stuff like that. So that was cool. But for the most part, it seems like everybody's just kind of doing their own thing, and it's kind of sporadic.
Couple more questions here. Where can we find Raeese the Beast Aleem on social media?
Um, Facebook I mainly use for like family and like close friends, but
All right,
you
so
can find me on
so people out there don't hit him up on Facebook. That's not. It's only family and friends. So what are the other ones?
It'd be Instagram. You can find me at Raeese Aleem Boxing on Instagram, and we're gonna be putting a lot more training videos up there as far as sparring, hitting the mitts, and just a few other things.
Anything you want to say to the fans out there in closing before we let you go?
Fans, just the first half of the year is kind of shot, but please stay tuned to the second half of the year for boxing in general, and please watch me and my career, Raeese Aleem Boxing. We're doing big things. We're gonna make it happen.
One to watch for the end of 2020 and beyond, Raeese Aleem. Thank you for a few minutes of your time, and stay cool out there.